Hello, today we have Tim Bridgewater, the chairman and CEO of ZEO Energy Corporation. Tim, great to have you.
Thank you.
Tim, please start by giving our viewers a high level overview of ZEO Energy today and how the company spans residential solar, commercial projects, and long duration energy storage.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Our company was started in 2019. Effectively, we are a residential installer of solar and storage. We took the company public on the Nasdaq in 2024. We're a regional company operating in six or seven key markets in the U.S., doing sales, installation, and maintenance of residential solar and storage systems. On the commercial side, we're a system integrator for solar and storage using long duration, meaning 12 plus hours storage technologies. In the long term, we want to become a behind the meter power company delivering clean energy to residential and commercial customers.
All right, ZEO operating across multiple revenue streams from residential solar to commercial energy storage and engineering services. Like to hear a little bit about that, maybe. How does the company generate revenue today, and how do you see that evolving over time?
Primarily, we've been in a high growth market doing residential sales, financing, and services. The high interest rates slowed that market down, but now it's coming back as interest rates go down. But that's our primary business. And then we're in the early innings in commercial projects, but we have several data center developers that we're working on to provide power solutions and storage similar to the Creekstone projects that we just announced. There's really an insatiable, exploding demand for power to literally fuel the AI data center boom. And we're providing a competitively priced, clean energy solution for base load power that's desperately demanded by the hyperscalers like Meta and Amazon and Google and others.
Now, originally, ZEO had built a profitable, vertically integrated residential solar business. Then you bought Heliogen. Tell us about how Heliogen changes your company's long term strategy and market opportunity.
Great question. Our engineering and technology team that we acquired with Heliogen is focused on long duration energy storage, 12 plus hours using compressed CO2 and or molten salt technology, which is charged with solar power. So it's a solar plus storage. And that acquisition has opened the door for us to now develop in arguably the hottest growth market and investment opportunity in the world today with the AI data center boom. McKinsey and KKR estimate that $7 trillion of capex will be spent globally, with nearly half of that in the U.S. Just 1 gigawatt of an AI data center is over $7 billion of spend, and the U.S. expects to bring on 100 to 150 new gigawatts by 2030. So we think that Heliogen's positioned us to take advantage of this high growth sector.
Speaking of data centers, let's talk about Creekstone Energy. You recently announced an MOU with them to support a large AI data center development. How should investors be thinking about the scale, the economics, and like the repeatability of this kind of project?
It's another good question. This is our first announced project. We've been developing this sector for the last 6 months. Creekstone's first gigawatts underway with plans to build multiple gigawatts at this Creekstone site. Our 280 megawatts of power and storage will provide as much as half of the energy needs for the first phase of their project. Our PV plus storage solution is providing power at prices below the threshold that's required by hyperscalers today. So that ranges from usually 100 to $140 per megawatt hour, and we're building a solution that's cheaper than that threshold. Our solution designs are modular, and so we have design templates that can be reused on different projects or to scale larger on existing projects. And we're currently in discussions with several other project sites along with the Creekstone site.
All right, data centers, of course, energy intensive. What differentiates your long term energy storage solutions from traditional battery only approaches?
Yeah, very good question. I mean, the solar side is a commodity. It's very replicable easily. But if you talk about the batteries, lithium ion batteries scale linearly for these big data centers, and the costs go up and it gets less competitive the longer the duration. Whereas we're cheaper at large scale than the traditional lithium ion solutions. Molten salt storage, for example, has higher economies of scale, and our solutions are very low or no degradation over time, over a 30 to 40-year life cycle for our technologies. Um, that enables daily deep cycling for decades with minimal capacity fading like lithium. Lithium, by contrast, has to be replaced every 10 to 15 years. And so, from a cost perspective, long term, we have a much better solution. Our storage solutions of 8 to 24, up to 24 hours, are more practical. There's no fire risk, so the toxicity or the safety issues are solved utilizing our systems, and no emissions, so it's a low environmental impact.
Final question, Tim, and it's an important one. What is the essential value proposition? Why should investors take an interest in ZEO Energy right now?
Greg, that's a great question. We're living through one of the biggest infrastructure buildouts in American history. AI is transforming the economy and creating unprecedented demand for electricity. Data centers can train AI models, but they need round the clock energy to power the digital economy. At ZEO, we see that challenge as the opportunity. Our strategy is to bring together solar generation and long duration energy storage to deliver what the industry needs: clean, resilient, and reliable baseload power. When you combine solar plus molten salt storage and compressed CO2, you can deliver electricity when it's needed, where it's needed, not just when the sun's shining. ZEO solution is designed to deliver firm, dispatchable, renewable power, solar energy stabilized with long duration storage so the data centers can operate reliably 24/7. That's it. At ZEO, we believe the future of electricity will be distributed, renewable, and supported by long duration energy, and we hope you'll come along for the ride.
Great story, Tim. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thanks, Craig.